Today I'm beating Cuphead using only the pea shooter. The rules are no whetstone because that's technically another weapon than pea shooter. And I can't have a second weapon. And I'm allowed to have a super. Now that we know the rules, let's start the battle.
You're up!
Okay, time to start our adventure with Goopy Legrande. Not really that different because this is like literally one of the first bosses you face. So yeah, you probably face it already with the pea shooter. And there we go. Goopy Legrande is dead. Now on to the veggie trio. Not that really different from Goopy. So yeah, that's them dead. Now to someone more challenging. Ribby and Croaks. How I somehow beat on my first go. Don't ask me how I did it. I just did. Now on to Hilda. And I know what you're saying. Well, there is no pea shooter in plain levels. Yes, there is. The default weapon is technically a pea shooter. So this makes playing bosses a little bit easier to deal with because their health doesn't change. So yeah, that's how we're gonna beat the playing bosses. I was expecting Hilda to be way harder than she actually was. Like, this is one of the more harder bosses of Inkwell Isle 1. But somehow, by sheer coincidence, I beat this one on my first go as well. I must have some weird luck with me today. And I even got a perfect score. This is just weird. And also, I'm not going to do the game on expert mode because I don't hate myself. Now on to the maniac that is called Cagney Carnation. Oh, look at the cute little boo. And I also beat him on my first go. You know, it makes sense because the Isle 1 bosses should really be taken down with only the pea shooter, since they are on Isle 1. Speaking of Isles, let's go to the next one, shall we? Now on to Candyland's one and only resident, Veronus Von Bonbon. She starts out by sending out the waffle, which manages to land some hits on me. But that was because I wasn't being careful. Then she sends out Pac-Man with a little guy beside him, which manages to land a hit on me. But besides that, I didn't get hit. Then the Muffin Man comes out to assert his dominance. But like all muffins, they got eaten. Now, Veronus Von Bonbon tries to attack me with her castle moving forwards. But since I'm a pro, I beat it on my first try. Now, I thought it was a good idea to go to the Jimmy the Great. Oh boy, was I wrong! Oh, I'm just kidding. It was really not that hard because, it's a plain boss and nothing really changes from plain bosses. So yeah, the Jimmy the Great is dead. On to Beppy the Clown, and oh boy, I have something to say about him. The first phase starts off easy, with only little bumper carts and little ducks. But as I move on to the second phase, that's where things go a little bit wrong. You see, I usually use the spread for this because it's real easy to get up into his face because he has no hitbox. But this time, I'm beating the game with only the pea shooter. So yeah, this is not going to be that easy. Here, I was trying to parry him, but I failed miserably. Took a hit by an other dog that surprise attacked me. But this time, I parried the dog, and now I have a super available. I don't use it yet, though. I'm saving it up. Then, the train comes out, and I parry the nose. And then, use my super and blast Blippi as hard as I can until he dies. Then, he comes out with a horse. I don't know what happened to his balloon version, but, this is another version with a horse. Yeah. But the final phase is what we really need to worry about. Oh boy, the final phase. He comes out as a carousel with platforms we can jump on. But I accidentally land on a super fast train and get hit. Then he sends out penguins with baseballs. I don't know why they have baseballs, but looks like they got run over by the train. And then I got hit one more time. And now I have only 1 HP, so I can't waste it. But I go down, shoot one of the penguins, and dodge the other penguins. And they get run over, and guess what? I destroy the clown. On to Grim Matchstick, which I was expecting to be more difficult because I only defeated him with a lobber. But, yeah, I beat him on my first go. I don't really have a strategy. There was nothing new that happened. So, yeah, that's Grim Matchstick. Now, on to... Wait a minute.
It's the bird!
The first 3 phases of the bird wasn't really that difficult because you usually just use the regular plain weapon for that. But the final phase basically forces you to use the bomb weapon, which we can't use because we're only beating the game with pea shooter. So I need to go under him and shoot on his little bottom, on his little buttock, and hope that they don't angle me and I eventually die. But after some time, I beat Wally Warbles on my first try. Oh my god, they're eating him! Oh my god, this is so gruesome! Now on to Rumor Honeybottoms, which is the second hardest boss I faced in this challenge. Part of that is because I'm dumb, because I didn't aim. But I just need to show you the run in the fastest speed I can, okay? 3, 2, 1, go.
I am mining that big tree. The zombies are after me when I build my little shack. No one will ask where I'm at, but it's more comfortable now when I see my pigs and cows right in my giant farm, and they will not do no harm. Minecraft, that's the name of the game. When I see it, it brings a joy to my face. Minecraft.
So yeah, that was Rumor Honeybottoms. I'm not gonna bore you with the details and all that stuff, because it was really just me messing around for 20 minutes. Anyways, on to the next boss. Even though Werner Werman was a war veteran, he was still the easiest boss on this isle. I don't really have much to say. It's just normal, I guess. Did I just beat Dr. Cal's robot on my first try? Calamaria 2, Briny Beard, and Sally Stage Play. All aboard the Phantom Express, because this is going to be more of a challenge than all of the rest. Well, there was a challenge, but like every train, it finally met its stop. Now, we're going against the hardest boss in this entire challenge. And just like Rumor Honeybottoms, I'm not gonna bore you with the details like, oh, well, if you see the... Okay, so I'll just show you the run of King Das.
Woohoo! Yeah. I am mining that big tree. The zombies are after me when I build my little shack. No one will ask where I'm at, but it's more comfortable now when I see my pigs and cows
now on to the devil himself. And also, I'm only gonna analyze the last attempt that I had. And by last attempt, I mean the attempt that I won on. So yeah, let's look at the defeat of the devil. Immediately after the interest cutscene is over, I began aiming and shooting right on his head, then dodging and parrying the 4 balls that he threw at me. And then I keep on shooting, and then he turns into a frickin' spider and tries to jump at me in every single position I've been standing on. But the simplest way is to just dash out, which I didn't do. So I took a hit, but I still have 4 HP. And somehow I jumped only one time over the goat horns. Goat hands, not horns. And then parry, and then dash, and then just... And since I have a super saved up, I use it on the ground for some reason. Yeah, I'm really smart, as you can see. This was my final run, and I used my super on the ground. Anyways, he turns to a snake and just tries to slither me, but that didn't really work. And then we're already on to a second phase, which went a lot quicker than I thought. Then he becomes giant and spawns a parryable bomb from his ear, while poker chips fall down to platforms you need to be on. Then he can spawn an axe from his eye. Why does he do all these things? Because he's the devil. This phase isn't really that hard. You just need to aim, shoot, and then jump when you need. At the start of the second phase, I start off by using my super in his face instead of the ground, which helped a lot with the damage. Then I just kept on shooting and trying to dodge everything that was coming after me. This phase is real easy with the spread shot, but when you're only having a pea shooter with you, it can be a little bit hard, you know. But anyways, after that phase done, he's just crying. And this is basically the easiest part. You just need to jump and make sure the tears don't hit you. And basically, that's how I beat Cuphead, using only the pea shooter. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, if you have to the end. And this was the hardest thing I've ever done in my YouTube career. This was the hardest thing I've ever done. Hardest challenge. But anyways, if you enjoyed it, I'll hope to see you all in the next one. So peace.